Okie dokie, 5 more questions. Tag. In the haste of our daily lives, what are we not seeing? The beauty around us, basically. A lot of people literally don't see the absolute wonders that are right in front of them all the time. You pass a park and you don't appreciate the beauty of the nature in that park because you're too busy thinking about other things. Trying to get ahead and trying to sort out your problems and whatnot, and trying to work everything out, and you don't see what's right in front of you. I know for a long time I didn't. It was only when I stopped being able to work that I really noticed. What's something you find more irritable the older you get? Intolerable, that is, not irritable. Intolerable. Let's read that again. What's something you find more intolerable the older you get? Extremes of temperature. If it's too hot or too cold, I get to be in pain. My fibro goes off if it's too hot or too cold. My joints go off if it's too hot or too cold. So yeah, there's a very narrow range of temperatures where I'm actually comfortable anymore, and it seems to be getting worse the older I get. So pretty soon it's going to have to be like exactly something, or I'm not going to be comfortable. If I live another 20 years, which I probably won't. Anyways, an embarrassing moment you had. I've said this a bunch of times. Sorry about the nose, but wow, is it itchy. Like I say, it only itches on camera. Seriously, I'm not even joking. Anyways, and I've said this one before, but an embarrassing moment would have to be at church many years ago in the 90s, and I was sitting right in front of the pastor, and I wasn't wearing any underwear, which I should have known better not to, not go commando in church. But anyways, the crotch of my pants split, and everything sort of went winking toward the pastor, and he just went, "Hi, Dave," and I'm like, "Oh my God!" I covered myself up with my Bible, and I slinked out the door. Yepers. Looking back, it's funny as hell, but yeah, at that time it was extraordinarily embarrassing. Uh, what was said at a funeral that you'll never forget? This isn't exactly in the spirit of this question, but at the funeral of my father, I swear to God that I heard him saying in my right ear, "Take care of your mother." I swear it. Other than that, there's been a lot of weird stuff said at funerals over the years that I've been to. None of it really sticks out to mind, but I do remember thinking, "What the hell, dude?" A few times. Yeah. Somebody was hitting on somebody the one time. That's probably a good example of something said at a funeral. Uh huh. Does age affect how adventurous a person is? Most of the time, yes, it does. Most of the time, as you age, you get limited mobility, and you lose the desire to take risks and whatnot. This doesn't always happen, of course, but most of the time it does. There are some people that into their 80s are active, are very active human beings. Very physically fit and very active human beings, and able to do things like skydiving and whatnot. There was one guy, I remember his 90th birthday, he went skydiving. So, it's not a set rule or anything, but most of the time people do settle down with age and get less adventurous. Y'all have a fabtacular day. Keep smiling, yo.